Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 2 to loss of a loved one. Well, it's pretty much loss because you can have losses in many different ways, like I stated in the first video. God and Spirit wants us to get through our grief. I'm not saying rush it, but don't take forever. Don't live in grief. They want us to get back to our lives so we can finish what we are put here to do. And we can't do that if we're constantly in grief and refusing to accept the passing of a loved one. If someone is clinging on to life at the moment, you should persuade them to ask God for forgiveness, to save their soul, before it's too late. Our lives change when we lose loved ones in many different ways. Those of us that have pets or had pets, they are like family members because their souls are so close and so strong that we grieve their loss too. I lost mine a year ago, February. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't miss her and hurt because she's gone. I am still dealing with the grief because my grief was kind of put on hold because so many things were going on in my life in this TFJ that there was no time to grieve. So I am kind of experiencing that now and trying to work on that. I know they're in a better place, but that doesn't make me miss them less. In fact, it makes me miss them more. I know they're happy, they're healthy, they're with family and friends and Jesus. I understand all that, and that's wonderful. But when they die, they take a piece of your heart with them because you will always miss them. The only thing that changes is the pain gets less and less as time goes by. There are videos on this channel pertaining to grief. I bought the cards to try to help people in that form and fashion. I hope you will check out those videos. I hope that you will accept that there is reason behind their passing. They just graduated to the next level of life is what they did. And after you get through your grief, you should feel comfort knowing that they are with God, family and friends. They're happy, they're healthy, they're doing God's work, they're watching over their families, protecting their families. They have a job up there too. You don't just sit on your butt by the beach up there. You have a job. They're constantly thinking about you. They're constantly sending love to you. They're constantly remembering the good times. And for those of us that are left behind down here, our life changes in many different ways when we lose a loved one. Death is kind of like destiny and fate. You can't stop it. No one leaves this planet alive. We all have to pass to move on to the next, to graduate to the next level of life. So you need to throw the shoulda, couldas, and what ifs out the window. Because there's nothing you can do to change it. No one can. Now, some people, when they find out they have cancer, they do treatments, the chemo and radiation. All that does is prolong the inevitable and make you more sick. I don't believe in that. I believe in give me pain medicine and let me go. Because why drag it out and be in more pain? But everybody has free will and they have their choice. And we can't step all over that. They have the right to do what they choose. Because it's their passing that's going to happen. You can speak to your loved ones up in heaven. You may not be able to hear them if you are not gifted, but they can hear you. They come and spend time around you because they miss you and love you. Those that take their life do so for whatever reason. It's pretty much the soul's way of saying, I've had enough. If that makes sense. That is something that God frowns upon. Because you're not meant to go until He says you're meant to go. But some people get so overwhelmed and burdened that they don't know how to cope. And they've reached a point where they've had enough. Some suicides are destined, fated, planned, pre-planned before you're born. Because it's a lesson that you need to learn. And I know you probably think, well, how can you say that? Because there is a lesson behind it. What it is, I do not know because it's not mine. But it's a lesson for the deceased, and it's a lesson for those left behind. It's showing you how precious life is. Not to take anyone or anything for granted. To let people know exactly how you feel, how they've been there for you in your life, and how much you appreciate them in every way, shape, and form, while they're still here on this planet and can hear you and see you say it. Because once they pass away, it's too late. You're probably going to have to wait 20, 30, 40, 50 years or more before you get to see them and say that. Don't waste that time. Tell them now. Show them now. They need to know this, to know that their life meant something. To know that their life had purpose, besides the other things that they've done. Death is not an easy thing to experience. It never is. It used to freak me out to go into funeral homes. It really did. Because someone from my life made me touch a deceased loved one, and that freaked me out. I had nightmares after that. But they say if you touch a person that's passed, you won't dream about them, but that's not true. I did. I had nightmares about it. I just feel like, how can I put this into words? It just makes me feel like I'm smothering when I have to go into a funeral home and see a deceased loved one laying there. That's not how I want to remember people. But we go out of respect. We pay our respects to the dead and to the family that lost them. But it makes me feel like I can't breathe when I'm in there. Because I don't handle death very easily. I don't think anybody does, but I have a really hard time with it. Time's getting ready to run out, so I'm going to have to end this video. I might do a part 2. I might do another part to this. Please, you know what to do. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below, thumbs up, send your friends to the channel. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. I hope you check out other content on this channel. I hope you check out future content coming next year, hopefully if I'm lucky. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.